Hello everybody and welcome back. This is a very quick Python tutorial here. I have a project that I'm working on where I needed to utilize Python mod called Image Slicer. So I'm going to show everyone how to use that really quickly. It's very simple to use. So the reason I'm using it is because I have these documents here which I wanted to split into multiple images, break them apart into multiple, just cut them here, into fourths or fifths or whatever. So this is an example of an image that I want to cut. It's a TIF image, a .tif. So let's move this out of the way real quick and look at the code that we want to use. So this is Image Slicer, a quick Google of Image Slicer. Image Slicer documentation, Python, it will bring you to this screen here. I'll even do that real quick. Python Image Slicer documentation. Very simple program to use. And here's the documentation here. So that's all I did to get there. It's kind of a lot of blank pages on it, but then examples are where you always want to go typically, and we can just use these to figure out how to use it. I'm only going to go through, split the image, and control the saving, because that's all I really cared about. I guess there's something here where you can do some text overlay if you really wanted to. You could keep it in the memory, you can zip it. All I really want to do though is slice it and save it. That's all I was really concerned with. So that's what I did. So using Jupyter Notebook here, let's take a look and see what's going on. So let's just restart and clear all output. Shift Enter Run. This shows us where our working directory is. So we want to set the working directory with this symbol CD, and we want to set it to the working directory that we are currently in. So let's go to that. Let's say it's this folder here, Cyclist 1. So I'll copy the address, and I'll put enter, and I'll put it right here. I'm also going to copy that and put that right there. So what I can do with this is save it, just in case I needed that for later. And you'll notice this is a big recurring issue in Python. For some reason, you always have to go through and change these backslashes to forward slashes. No big deal. And now our working directory is this folder here. We can do pwd and see that we are currently in that folder. That's good. That's where we want to be. And we can run the image slicer using this. Let's look at the documentation again. So what it's saying is 4 would cut it equally into fourths. And I did 64, so I cut it equally into eighths. Here's another example. That's the same one. Okay. So let's find the name of our image that we want to do. I got it right here, so see, I'll just copy it right over here. And boom, when I run that, I just sliced it, and I literally put it in the exact folder that I'm already in. So I don't want to do that. So I'm going to delete that. So if I run that again, you'll see it appear in this folder. So as soon as I run this code, here's the folder before I run the code, and I get all these new images, 64 slices of it. Let's delete that again. And we don't want it to just appear in there. Say we want to do something else with it. So let's. If you did just want it in the folder, that would work fine. But let's say you want it in a new folder or something like that. So here it is, slice and save in a specific location. Tiles equal our slice, save equals false. So that's what this line of code does here. and then we can save it to a new location. So let's say that we make a folder in here, new, and let's just call it A. Let's click here, copy that, and we're going to paste it right in here. Control V. Let me see. Did they have? Yeah, forward slashes. So we got to go through and do that again. We probably could have just taken it from the one above, but that's all right. Not a big deal. And you could save it to whatever format. For some reason, this was an issue that I had here. It did not want to save it to JPEG. So I think I'll have to delete that. I think I'll get an error when I run this. Yeah. Oh, it actually says no such file or directory. So what that means is that I need this. I didn't update the image. Put that in here. And now when I run it, I should still get an error here. Yes, still get an error because it doesn't let me save it as JPEG. I don't know what it is. There's probably some way that we could figure out how to do that. But it's fine. I can just have it as a PNG, which is what it did here. So if I delete that, and this is the prefix that it gets. So let's call it A. And when we run this, we get them. We get all the tiles 1 through 64. And we can go to our folder now. And if you leave, this is just for my Windows in this case, but it's right now it's in the list method. But if you leave it and go back to it, you can see it in the image method, and you can see that it's a very clear way to see, because I have it in blocks of 8 long, that we can see the actual original image. So now I have all these PNGs files, and there is a way to convert that. I might do a different video to convert it to a JPEG if you really need it as a JPEG. But there it is. That's a simple way to split it into equal parts. You could do it less if you wanted. Let's say we just did 4 instead of 64. Let's change the prefix to B, and then we'll run it. And let's go back to the folder. And when we go down to B here, if we were to, you can see it, 1, 2, 3, 4. And in the list it does it automatically for you. 0101, 0102, 0201, 0202. So it's very convenient to use. All right, that's it. That is image splitting